Hi, guys. Oh, this is great. Hey, friends. I feel like I should turn on. Give me a sec. Welcome to the apartment with a tea in hand on a Friday night. I'm going to put on my headphones because I've got one now for like the laptop and the phone. Ooh. What are you all up to this Friday night? I haven't been on one of these lives in almost over a year. It's kind of fun. Tell me, what are you doing? And what are you having as your beverage of choice? I myself am having a pu'er tea. Friday night energy. I'm super excited to share this with you guys. So the MV itself is coming out in exactly 16 seconds. And I'd be very curious to hear, oh, very nice, chilling at home. As you can tell, so am I. Got baby chairs and coffee machines all around me. All right, it's starting in 3, 2, 1. So everyone here, do you guys have a link to the YouTube video? I feel like if not, I should probably pop it in the comments. 1 second. All right. What's happening here? Hey guys, I am back. Pinning. What is happening? Hey, Kate. Oh, fun. I feel like I've got some new folks here. In the comments below, drop me a note where you're coming from, where you're dialing in from. Ode Kendando and Michael McGoy. This is kind of fun. Like, again, I haven't really done a live before. And I just felt like, on a Friday night, why not try something new and give it a go? So if you can tell, I've actually got my setup right here. I'll show you what it looks like right here. I've got a laptop, the MV that's just come out, and a little live stream. Hong Kong in bed. So nice. Oh, I guess it's going. It's at the end of the scene already. How many of you have the link? Real quick. You guys want to watch the MV together? It's just come out. Oh, I'm glad you think so. It's been interesting because I feel like I have some new folks here who've joined this channel recently, and I very, very true. And I think doing this MV has been something that's been very foreign to me and actually pushed me a little bit out of my comfort zone. But I felt like if it wasn't this year and if it wasn't now, if then when. And I'd like to think that, you know, in making this video, I created something that I wish that myself as a teenager was able to see and to be able to kind of create and make things nowadays in this way to represent and be the kind of representation that I want to be. Thanks, Bonnie. Mwah! Love to you in Korea. Yeah. I mean, I think another thought that I had is I also don't know how it'll be received, especially in Hong Kong. In making this song, it is a very international project. Give a shout out to the incredibly wonderful Hong Kong team that's actually made this film. And I think something that was really cool is that in filming this, they actually treated it almost like a mini movie. And I really enjoyed being able to be part of that and to really show, hello, hello. May's dialing in from the massage chair. Hey guys, got some more people joining in. I think it's hilarious that my live right now is like so in capturing my true life. We've got like bottles in the back. There's like a baby chair, coffee machine, pu'er tea. Huh? Your mom beat me to it. I was WhatsApping you and realized it's time to go on. Hi guys. Let's see. I was going to say, what is everyone doing on a Friday night? I can kind of see where everyone's coming in from. It's really fun. So for those of you who just joined, I think it's kind of new to do this live. I feel like I'm having a one-way conversation without many prompts. So I'm prompting myself to share. But I thought it'd be a good time. Hi, introducing myself again. My name is Joya, and I'm a Hong Kong-born singer-songwriter. And I'm hopping on live today because I've just put out the very first single of my upcoming body of work. And the premise of this body of work really is about how to be or how to act in a time when it feels like the world has gone down the drain, where there's just overwhelming news and negativity. And how does one act? And, you know, whether I should be feeling guilty or confused when it comes to living my life and trying to find beauty in it and find joy in it. And I think part of that and my response to that is that I wanted to create music where, you know, hope, the premise that hope is a rebellion and that love is a rebellion. And the idea that in choosing to look at the people around you and to choose love and to choose building on your dreams where you can, I think that's something that I've felt very much encouraged by. And so good stuff really came from that premise. The best Cairo in the world also just joined. Hey, Kent. Did you get a chance to watch the MV yet? I think I'm very curious what people say. I've had some interesting comments directly, but I suppose on a live, everyone's free to say what they want to say. Hello. Yeah, this is my broken shoulder, by the way, Kent. This is the part that needs to be fixed. But this is because I've been working hard on this laptop to make sure this release goes well. Oh, exciting. Okay. I'll withhold, and I'm curious about the thoughts that people will have. Yeah, it's a family affair on a Friday night. Baby is asleep. Guilty as charged. Guilty as charged. Hey, yeah. Wow, long time no see since the peak. So fun of you to join this live stream. I think it's almost been, 2 years since we saw each other last. Now tell me, who here is the live streamer? Because I feel like you're just watching me kind of hang out. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to watch it here as well with you. Let's see. Hello. All right, there it is. All right, opening video. Hey, Bethany. Oh my goodness. Hello. Is this tonight an early inside night? Or were you dialing in from the rest of the world? Oops. Oh, I'm missing your faces. Sweet. So, I think it's really yeah. Thank you. And I think part of it is I think that a lot of this representation, as I mentioned before, is quite good. And I don't know, I'd really like to know, as someone who's just recently started acting, I'm very thankful that the team that I acted with was able to kind of bring this to life and bring the story to life. And so, I don't know, I always find social media kind of weird because I feel this thing everything. Myself in a way that feels honest and true and challenges myself and allows me to evolve with my music. I am very, very excited about this song, if I can say so myself. Like the music itself, I wrote last summer with a good friend of mine, Angus Parkin. And, you know, we were just writing this over coffees and I was going through my song seed folder, which is where I put all these different notes of ideas that I have. And, you know, this is right before my daughter was born as well. And so in response to all these emotions and thoughts, I think within 2 hours, really had the bones of this song written out. The lyrics were pretty much there. And it was actually within about one day of that day that we actually kind of had the whole demo done. I went back to re-record the vocals, throw in, you know, all the doubles and to throw in all the harmonies and the final vocal takes. And it was something that happened very, very quickly. But then even in that it happened so quickly, it was probably not until January that I had submitted the song to get released. So a few of you have actually asked me previously about the process and in actually putting a song out. I have to, kind of put it through the platforms and through the distributors about 6 weeks in advance. And so, kind of the long process from the concept of this song to the release of this song to the filming of this song, which we filmed in Shenzhen actually over a day. We stayed 2 nights and filmed this over a day. It's kind of surreal to be able to put this out there in its complete form, because I just feel like I've built this relationship with this song, with this music video, and with this project over such a long time. And so it is both very rewarding and also terrifying to put it out there for people to kind of see and to experience it. A conversation I had recently was, when it comes to my music, they were asking, what is the song about? Are there specific moments that it's inspired, etc. And I think there are definitely stories that I can probably share that sparked a bit of inspiration for each of these moments. And I can probably place it, a time and place to it. But I think part of the magic and part of the way that I like to write music is I don't want to prescribe what people, what people hear or feel from it. I had a friend also text me, I think he was here earlier on the live as well, who shared that, this song represented something that I think felt very real and true to her. And the story itself might not have been the way that I kind of wrote it, but I love that she completed that story by adding her own emotions and history and experience of the day to it. And so, I'm very, very keen. I think I do love having this as a two-way conversation so that people can actually share what they're thinking, share what they're feeling, inspiring and hopeful in your life, because I think it actually be inspired and have a bit more hope as well. And so new people join. You pop in the chat below where you're dialing in from. I'm very curious. Oh, I love that Bonnie and Ken are still online. This is so cute. Elisa, I miss you. Hello. Are you calling in from Portugal? You might be my first Portuguese view for this song and MV. It's actually crazy, as I have a back-end system and access to the data. Let me see too. Well, a lot of people don't know. Oh, London. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, a lot of people don't know, actually. A few people here know that I actually work in tech by day. And part of what I do in tech is I actually love looking at the back-end systems for things, and how things are built and to troubleshoot. And so actually in real time, I do see plays and like where they're coming from and how many people are listening to the song in real time. I'd show you, except it's on the same phone that I'm listening to. I'm living in right now. Living in. What was the most memorable part of filming the MV? You definitely need to do more acting. Bonnie, thank you so much. Ooh, that's a really good question. So as you probably already know, in the MV, there is an on-screen kiss. Now, I haven't done an on-screen kiss before. I honestly didn't know how it would look. And a lot of this MV is really based on, living an intimate, true, honest life very openly. And what's funny is that, I guess it's not funny, but anyone who's filmed, that when you're filming, there's probably about like at least 10 to 15 people who are watching you. And they're watching on cams, and the cameras themselves are kind of like up close like this, in the moment that you're acting. And so I think that was a very memorable moment for me, is actually not the kiss. The kiss itself was very lovely and a very good challenge. And I realized, I can do it. And I have to thank my scene partner, Cinzia, for making me very comfortable as well. But I think a memorable part was actually the moment the kiss ended and they said cut, and we got to watch it for the first time. And I thought that was a humbling and beautiful experience, because it just felt so out of body. And yeah, so Bonnie, that's a really good question. I think that's one very memorable moment. And the second most memorable moment, and this is kind of funny, I do have a BTS video of this, is that the set that we were filming on, so it's built like a house, and it's quite interesting. You basically have an entire house that looks like it's multiple stories, but on a singular floor. So you walk from room to room, almost like the way you'd envision, I suppose, a sitcom, when you kind of go from like the start of the door and you kind of open the other one. And the floor itself was incredibly dusty. And so another memorable moment, to your point, Bonnie, was us actually just wiping our feet after having filmed this MV in this supposed house of ours, where we rolled around the floor. Hey, Angel! Mwah! Thanks for joining me on your Friday night and hanging out here. I'm so grateful for friends who are so wonderful in person and online. Yeah, fun. I think I probably should share that video. It's quite hilarious. We're like, we were joking. We were joking about Tarantino loving feet, and like the video itself was just us like wiping our feet with all this dust after the dancing scene in the center of the house. And it's really cool. Like this location that Cineos Studios found is fantastic. It felt like a home, and they had set it beautifully. So if you notice, actually on the counter, there's actually this travel journal, which is a longer version of the actual journal that I use. It's this Japanese brand where you can put different inserts into it and get really into journaling. And there's an actual, travel journal on the table. There are actually books that we picked off the shelf, and there were real books, not just fake little square books. So we got to pick different books to read on set. Toast. So we got to, live in that house, and it's just so funny because it felt actually surprisingly challenging to try to put myself in a shoe as a partner in an acting scene, because a lot of the times these little things I don't proactively think about. How do you hang out in the kitchen? How are you watching TV on the couch? There's no dialogue as well, and so I thought it was a very fun challenge to just get into the moment, get into the mindset, and feel less shy. It's kind of ironic because when I'm performing, I feel like I'm a very outward facing person. I'm very ready to be on stage in most ways, even if I'm nervous. But in I suppose, non-stage capacity, I found myself, blushing and feeling quite shy. And actually, even in moments like this, it's very, it's very different for me, where I have people watching me. Because I grew up, I don't know if some of you know, I grew up performing in theater. And theater, hey, todo bien. Good to see you. And so, in theater, one of the things that is very different is that you are performing on a stage, with a lot of people, and movements are really big, and, the set is very big, and you're very dramatic. And actually your eye line, meaning kind of the way you look out into the audience, is just a little bit over their heads. And so when the light is in the theater, it kind of blinds you. You just see kind of tops of heads, maybe the first 2 rows, but you're actually looking and projecting everything outwards. Whereas in film, it very much is like up close and in your face. And so everything that you're doing, actually the more or the less you think about it, or the less you overthink about it. Oh, that's really great. Relatable is what we're going for. I love that. That makes me so, so happy to hear. Yeah, it's a. I'm glad it surprised you. I guess, I don't know. A little surprise is good, right? So I hope that the kiss then also felt warm and relatable and a pleasant surprise. Hey, Danny, how you doing? It's really quite fun to see people here. Saludos. Yeah, Ricardo, I think this is really cool. I really hope that I will have a new vinyl for you to play again, just about 1 year after I gifted you the last one, in your restaurant. I think this one will be fun and very, very different in terms of its design, but at its heart, it's still going to be, I think I'm leaning towards a 7-inch vinyl again, and colored this time, colored plastic. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. I hope you're enjoying this with your dog. Andrew, so good to see you. So good for you to hang out. Especially, I feel like, because you probably have an early morning run the next day. Yeah, this is really, yeah, very special to have friends and family to come celebrate all this together. Hey, Jess, how's it going? Oh, this is, few more people have joined. So I suppose everyone who's kind of joined and rotated, I think, let me see. Amazing. 啊，真的很久没有见。Foot. You hurt your foot. Oh. This is probably the Friday night crew who's staying in. Now I know who's probably hanging out before 6 p.m. I'm trying to see. I can't zoom in on the photo, Stacy. Can you remind me where you're dialing in from? Stacy, 我们在哪里认识大家的? I feel like it's hard to guess right now because I see your title's got Japanese. You're writing to me in Chinese. Give me some hints. Okay, we've hung out here for about 30 minutes now. Yeah, I mean, besides Bonnie's question, is there any more? Oh, acting. Actually, another thought about that is I was also part of a short film recently that we're doing a private screening for tomorrow. And I think that one of the things that I'm trying to do this year is genuinely just to be more open. I think one of the hardest things is to feel like as the years kind of go by, it was recently my birthday, to feel like I want to constantly be curious, and I also constantly want to learn, and I also want to be challenged. And I think this is something I really, thank my wife for as well, who's very, very encouraging of me to pursue and to try new things and to be bolder and to just explore different aspects of myself. And so I think, in starting this chapter, I really hope you all can keep me accountable to that and to continue joining me on this journey. Oh my goodness. So the wonderful producer / art director, Yvonne, has just joined. Let's see. See what's happening. Hi, Yvonne. Yvonne here has been part of so many projects in this Joya verse that we have. She's seen me. I actually think what's really cool is if you like what you watched today, you can also go back to a music video called Like Snow from the previous body of work called Afterglow. And the same team filmed the most wonderful one-take music video on this beach in Hong Kong. And and Samantha here. Amazing. So the BTS, a lot of the BTS actually that you're going to see probably in the coming few weeks is thanks to Samantha, who also made sure she was our unofficial intimacy coordinator on set as well, to make sure that, I think, just between us and these 7 people watching right now, at one point when we were filming, I think Samantha called us out and said, "Oh my gosh, you guys look like you're networking." And so in being called out, I feel like we really had to switch modes, get back into it, and to really get into the moment. And I thought it was quite hilarious because in looking back at some of these BTS videos, I think we were in the kitchen and it did look a little bit like a cereal commercial that we were having over the counter. I don't know if people can tell, but actually the sink wasn't working. And so a lot of this, part of the set was edible, part of it was not. And we really had to stop looking like we're networking and actually a couple on set. And I think Samantha made sure that happened. I'm very excited to share those clips and films that we have following in the coming weeks. Unofficial cereal commercial. Yeah, I think if you actually zoom in on the food, it's quite entertaining as well. I think in one of the scenes when we're in the living room, it's like a bowl of blueberries on thick bread. and then a bowl of chips. But it looks somehow like a cereal commercial. Not sponsored by any brand. I thought that was quite hilarious as well. And I actually think that we ended up eating a lot of the fake food on set because we were just munching away all day. That, and we were living off a lot of coffee and yogurt drinks. There was these really good yogurt drinks, which I think in Hong Kong, it's under a brand called More Yogurt that we discovered. Yeah, basically we had a lot of fun on set, and so I'm really hoping that that warmth and that joy comes across on camera, because I think we had just so much fun filming it and doing this and working with the people that we're working with. Like the team really made it feel like play, and so I just want to play more. I just want to play more. I think it'd be really fun to do more around this. I also have to thank Samantha for telling me what a GL drama was. I don't know if anybody actually knows on this rest of this chat. I feel like I should test. Bonnie, do you know what a GL drama is? Silence. I wonder if she's Googling. I feel like this is quite funny. I had no idea. I was creating something and the terminology for it. So funny. Wow. No way. That's crazy. What are the chances? And okay, tell me, Bonnie, where are these BLGL dramas from? I'm told a lot of it is coming from Thailand, but I've yet to really see any from Hong Kong, to be fair. And you're translating it to Korean. Is May just hovering on my live stream in the background?
Yeah.
Oh, this is so funny. Wow, Bonnie. Now I feel really silly. I thought I'd just call, some random person out. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Hi, Menix. Hello. Hola, Mokina. Wow. Interesting. Oh, that is so fascinating. Yeah, I didn't even know. It sounds so silly. I've heard of BL drama, but then GL drama is like a whole new world that I actually personally have never really watched any. I just wonder, I was a bit out of the times, but who knew I was kind of making a fake trailer for one, according to Samantha. Oh, that is so funny. Hey, Menix, so come on, come home, okay? Oh, Alira Music Salon. Shout out to this really cool barbershop turned into a jazz location in Teen Health. If you guys haven't been, go check that one out. Alira Music Salon, right there. May, do you want to come say hi?
Yeah.
To this little stand right here.
Hello.
Yeah.
Did you tell everyone to watch the music video?
I did. I think it's time to tell them again to watch the music video.
Watch the music video.
Well, I just from Bonnie. She translates BLGL dramas. Did you know this?
What does that mean?
She translates them into Korean. See, and Korean BLGL manga to English. I said I didn't know what a GL drama was.
Bonnie, your job's going to be replaced very soon by AI.
What? That's not the point. But the whole point is it's a prominent subculture that I didn't realize that we could partake in. Ni hao May, made up May, and,
Hi.
and wild Elisa. She's calling from London.
The Friday hangout?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a Friday hangout. Questions can kind of go there. I don't think May's ever done a live before.
No.
it can eventually be turned into a video, but I feel like we've just gone so off path on all of these things that
What are
we're
you
probably
gonna
not going to.
tell everybody about your music videos?
Well, that it's out in the world. The music video is out in the world, and when we first started this little,
What is it about?
I did, but I did it again. I already did my introductions.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you can try to questions then.
it's my favorite song yet. Yeah, it's great. Music video is great. We were talking about how I think this one music video was to share. Um, we were talking to our friend Caitlin, and she's like, we were asking suggestions for how to share positive love between two women. And she says, like, the fact that it's just two Asian women is already so rare because there's no representation at all. So
It's
I
very
think that's
few
why-
and far in between. Is what it
yeah,
is.
so proud of you for doing it and showing everyone some sexy time.
Just a little snippet.
Yeah,
Just a little snippet.
yeah, good stuff, good stuff.
It is good stuff. It's funny because all these titles of projects I've been working on lately have just become phrases to which answer things. Everything's just good stuff. And the film is as it should be. And the upcoming EP is actually called What If It All Works Out? Turns out, in having said what if it all works out, the other day I told my sister, and I was like, no way, this is what your EP is called. And then she turns her camera around to the back of her front door and she says, this has been a post-it on my wall for the last 6 months, is what if it all works out? And then also, funnily enough, Yvonne, who was on the chat, I think earlier, I don't know if she is still, let's see. Hi, Yvonne. Yvonne as well had this phone screen that says, what if it all works out? I just think there's probably something there. And I then went to kind of look through my notes to find out where did I get this phrase from. And it's actually from 2023, from a song that I never released and I never really finished. And that phrase has clearly been kind of mulling in the back of my mind for the last 3 years. And I didn't realize it was something that I needed until, it came around this past summer. So I think what's really fun, I've just had some new people join. This is in the later half. So if you haven't been introduced yet, hi, I'm Joya. I'm a Hong Kong-born independent singer-songwriter, artist, and now I suppose I can say actress, who's recently been working on quite a few projects very close to my heart. And one of them is obviously putting out this music video that just came out, which is why we're all hanging out here on a Friday night. And this music video is really to represent something that I feel like, I wish that I'd seen, and a lot of, I think, queer LGBTQ members of the community wish they had seen growing up, which is, the simplicity of two women, especially Asian women, living a honest, very homey, very transparent life, and the simplicity of it. Having breakfast together, watching TV together, and just doing the most simple things that I feel like, sometimes even I take for granted now that I am married and with a kid. And I think in making this music video, I was really reminded and humbled to be very thankful, because I know that it's not a given and it's not accessible to everyone. And I think what's so great about art, and art imitating life and life imitating art, and generally just being able to create things that we wish we saw out in the world, is that I want to be able to present something that's hopeful, especially in a time where I think there's so much negative news, and there's a lot of negative news biases, and there are terrible things happening in the world. But I also think it's really important to remember that there are also beautiful moments, and there are people who want to create beautiful things and to share their passion and to share their creative amazingness. So this music video is directed by Edwin. So I have like a whole key credits list. There's the producer/production designer, Yvonne Tsang, the set dresser, Soenyen, and there's Gaffer, Choy, there's key grip, JM. There's so many people. The best boy, Buisum. And yes, like Buisum. And then first they see Efing, and then we have artist assistant and behind the scenes Samantha Lai, production assistants and BTS Nick Ma, and of course starring my co-star Cinzia. And I think this would not have been possible without so many people who believed in making this happen and to bring this story to life. It was funny. Someone else watched it the other day and they're like, is this a trailer for a short film or is this a trailer for a series? And I thought, I think it's really great that they asked that because of course it's made by a team that films movies. And I think there's just such power in cinematography to tell a beautiful story and to make you feel something. And so again, I hope you keep me accountable. I hope I continue to make things that I'm proud of, that make people feel things that resonate with them, makes them feel seen, feel heard, to have hope, and also, to be okay with being challenged. I mean, I know that I'm very supported and very loved. And so in this, cozy environment of friends who support me, I can feel safe and secure enough to make art like this. And I definitely don't take that for granted. I definitely know there's some random people out there who've already, kind of commented and maybe don't agree with everything that we're doing and what we're showing. But if anything, I'm actually all the more proud of it because it's true and it's meaningful and it gives me so much joy to make. Yeah, we've been hanging out here for some time. Before I pop off, just a quick reminder, if you haven't, just send me any questions that you have. I would love to know what you think and feel. Please share. Oh, yes, May is reminding me. Please share. Some really good friends of mine asked me the other day, what are the best ways to support you as an independent singer-songwriter? And the honest reality is if you like what you are listening to, if you resonate, if you believe in it, share it with people around you. Give them the support of visibility, because I think in making this art, I really do want more people to see it. I want it to impact a stranger that I've never met on the other side of the world. I would love to scroll through my analytics and see someone. I did see someone actually today from Panama, and I've never been to Panama, but somehow the music and the art that I create has reached someone there and resonated and connected with them. So yes, please share with one friend, share with 10 friends, whatever it is. Press save, add it to your playlists, and stick around. Live shows I don't do all that often, but when I do, come say hi, meet me in person, ask me questions, engage with the work that I'm making. And I'm also in a position where I feel like I always very much struggle to ask for support. And so this is something I'm working on as well. So here I am asking humbly for your support and for your likes, shares, whatever, and to stick around because I've got a lot more coming. Until next time. That was it. That was fun.
I think that's an interesting thing. It's like, I think people need to be clear. It's like, good stuff is not a lesbian song. Good stuff is a love song. But you just happen to be a lesbian. But good stuff is a song for everyone. Like in love or in a space, right? It's just like it's
A universal thing.
So it could be any couple that just happen to be you are a lesbian couple, but this could also be a straight couple.
That's a good point. Should I hop on just to say that again?
No,
but I think that's a very good point.
It could be a biracial couple. It's not. It's just that. It's
love is love.
It is a bit love is love, but I think sometimes people think they see, oh, this is a lesbian. It's not. It's like it's universal. It's like when you watch something, you watch Snow White. It's like you're not thinking.
It's a straight couple film.
Yeah, it's not funny. You're like, oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's a good point. 哦，係啊，9:48應該都肚餓啦。我幫佢整奶。定尾而家泵緊。我驚整唔切啦。No, that's a good point. That's good practice, local. I'll let you review TV. I'll let you review TV for as it should be. Hold on. I just my live is interesting. 即係可能 every moment 咧，可能最多6個人咧，唔多人。Just hanging out. But I don't know. I really wanted to do well. I'm trying everything. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is great though.我本身坐個背脊好痛。